What is up, people? It's your boy NATZ, N.HIDDEN, and I'm back again with another great video. If you guys don't want to always tune in. Listen, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. 2022 is here. It's landed. It's in our presence. It's around us. 2021 is an amazing year for the content. Amazing year. One of my best. And I already spoken about this, but I'm going to say it again. I feel like it's one of my best, years for content. But this is what we're going to try and do in 2022. In 2022, we're going to try and top the numbers. We're going to try and do double the amount we did in 2021 book level. You guys already know what it is. There are many books out there that, people recommend, they say read. And, they're influential. They can change the perspective. But this particular novel, this particular book, on the other hand, will really change the perspective of everything. Will really. And I'm guessing you guys already know what I'm on about. The 48 Laws of Power, written by Greene. This book is definitely on the top 5 book that you need in your life right now. Personally, I've known this novel for a while. I touched on this, I did read this, I think it was 2 years ago during quarantine. I listened to the audiobook because I couldn't buy the book. But I listened to the audiobook twice. And from that, I was writing notes and, it did change my perspective though. It really did. And I'm sure it will change yours. So in this video, I really want to touch on this novel. And I picked 3 laws because it's called the 48 Laws of Power. So, the book's broken down in laws. Law 1, law 2, whatever. But I'm picking 3 laws that, that I feel like are the most important. And really change my perspective. And hope they will change yours. So, without further ado, let's get straight into it. The first law that I picked, but you just need this law in general. Law 9, so this is the first law. Law 9, win through your actions, not through your words. Win through your actions, not through your words. Law 9, talk is cheap. I'm a big, heavy believer in talk is cheap. Stop trying to prove yourself, to other people through your words. All that energy you put into arguing, all the, the fussing and the debating, imagine you put that into action. Your point that you're trying to make will be fulfilled way more than just speaking. Because we can only do so much when we speak. Given there's one example, that I want to touch on of how, winning through your action, really, makes the more impact than just your words, just what you say. The story of Michelangelo. Michelangelo, famous sculpture, in the centuries ago, not even 10 years ago, not 20 centuries ago, Michelangelo. So Michelangelo, famous sculpture, right? He made a statue of David. The statue of David, popular statue. If you know your history, you should know statue of David. And if you want, you guys can go research and look this up for yourself. So he made a statue of David, and the mayor of Florence, he kind of felt like the statue of David, there was one issue, was his nose. The nose was way too big. And Michelangelo was like, what? But the mayor of Florence was like, this sculpture, I don't like the sculpture. I don't like the sculpture's face. I don't like the sculpture's nose. This is what Michelangelo did. Instead of going back and forth with the mayor, because he knew that if he tried arguing with the mayor, he knew that, it's over. You can't argue with the mayor. The mayor's like the king. So he knew. So instead of just arguing, he instead pretended like he was changing the nose of the skull or of the statue. I positioned the mayor in a direction in which he doesn't fully see, the sculpture's face, the statue's face. And since he was in that position, everything that he said about the statue, everything that the mayor said about the statue, he completely, he rejected that and he started to praise the sculpture. But if the truth be told, in reality, Michelangelo he didn't do anything to change it. All he did was pretend he changed it and change, the mayor's, angle of the sculpture. This story is a prime example of winning through your actions, not through your words, And the mayor didn't even realize this. He didn't realize this. He was just thinking, oh, Michelangelo changed. That's a prime example. And Michelangelo won through his actions, not through his words. He didn't have to argue. He just used his actions. He didn't have to speak after that. Talk is cheap. Remember that. After law 9, the second law, really changed my perspective. It really did. Personally, it did. Use absence to increase honor and respect. Use absence to increase honor and respect. You see, when you're always around, when you're always near people, when you're always there, people, their perspective of you, their thoughts of you, they downgrade. They appreciate your time less more than before. This is simply because you're always around the same people, you're always interacting with the same people. Sometimes it's highly important to take breaks. It's why taking breaks from relationships, friendships, whatever, is, highly important. And I highly suggest that in your friendship, you should take breaks. Honestly, you should take breaks. When you take, this is proven, I'm not making this up, this is me personally. When you take a couple weeks or even a month or a couple days, there's a couple, of just some time off, seeing, your friends and everything. When you meet them again, it's way more fulfilling. Not even about seeing them, it's about, doing the same thing over and over again, There's no value in it. I had to learn this in my personal life. Like, I would take breaks. In my friendship life, I would take breaks with my friends. Seriously, I would take a couple of weeks, even a month of speaking to them. And when I see them again, it's more fulfilling. It's way better. That's the power of absence. You're missed. We miss speaking to each other on the phone. We miss, doing what we do. That's the importance, taking breaks in friendship. You need to do that. And that, that goes under, using absence to increase honor and respect. Especially, same with everyone, that taking breaks will really, really, really make the difference. And this doesn't have to be you. This can be your other thing too. Your other friend too. They can take breaks when they're seeing you. See the difference. See the difference. I'm telling you, see the difference. How happy you'll be when you meet them up again. And let me give another example, of how absence, increase honor and power, honor and respect. Each time, have you noticed this? Each time when a celebrity passes away, someone big, someone known by everyone, that haven't been seen by the public for a while, fans and people begin to miss them way more than when they were around. You know why? Because people respect you more when you're not around so much. A famous actor dies, people start watching their movies again. When a favorite, author passes away, or musician, or athlete, people start, they start rewatching what they did. They start, speaking about them. You know why? Because of the absence. They're no longer there, telling you, to do something silly and end your life. No. I'm saying is that, going back to the friendship thing, when you take breaks with, your friends or whatever, when you're not always around, when you're not always doing the same things over and over again, that respect, increases. It's more fulfilling. So that's why, this law is probably the most important one. Like, you need to stop doing the same thing, stop seeing the same people every week, every day. Take breaks. Take 2 weeks. At least 2 weeks. It will make the difference. I'm telling you, it will make the difference. This is something I know. I'm telling you what I know. It will make the difference. The final law that I picked, that I feel like is the most important one, is Law 5. Law 5. Guard your reputation with your life. Guard your reputation with your life. You guys better go listen to the audiobook or whatever. Because this is there's way more. But this one, these are the three that I feel like the most important. But guard it with your life. Let me, let's look at the definition of reputation. Reputation is your image, your overall image, how people perceive you, how you're perceived, It's the mirror. Reputation is your mirror. Once your reputation is taken away from you, once it's destroyed, there's no coming back. There's many, well-known people, public figures, celebrities that have, that are destroyed simply because they didn't guard their reputation properly. They didn't look after their reputation. And this is when reputation matters the most. Because, in this life, you're always going to have people that are going to try and knock you down. But this is when you win. If someone, comes up with some crazy allegation, whatever, they have nothing because of your reputation. If your reputation is clean, I'm telling you, it will defeat your enemies. Like, when you control the way the world perceives you, the way the world judges you, you have power. You literally have power. No one can get into your way. Each time your enemy will try and put something on you, if you have a clean reputation, you will win. I didn't value the importance of reputation when I was a lot younger. I didn't value it at all. I was thinking I can do whatever I want, but I learned through life that reputation is all I have in this world. If that's destroyed, I can't do anything. Channel counts. Everything that I do in this channel counts, because everything that I put in, all the energy that I put in, to the world, to others, to this channel, it will come back to me. That's my reputation. Instead of always being grim, violent, instead, I'm good. I have principles. I'm a good person to others. So that's another prime one. Many have simply been destroyed because of their reputation. Their reputation is really what's killing them, what's killed them, what is killing them. Yeah, so it's been your boy NATZ, aka the Hidden Legend. Hope these laws are just mad. The 48 Laws of Power by Greene. Go check out. I'm probably gonna put the audiobook somewhere in this video. You guys go listen to it. You guys go, dissect it for yourself. One of the most important things you need in this world is this. Is really this. This will set you. It set me and it will set you. And yeah, but this is 2022. This is how 2022 was like. Nothing but fire. Nothing but, amazing videos are gonna be coming my way, your way. I can't wait. I really can't wait. Stay legendary.